So today we begin a series on cleansing. Doesn't it feel good to think of cleansing? To think of standing in the shower, just being washed, standing at a waterfall, allowing the living waters of spirit to flow in and through you and wash away any disease, any imperfection, any distress, any suffering. Cleansing is a wonderful concept. Two things we're going to learn about today: cleansing and forgiveness. Cleansing through forgiveness. I think forgiveness is a subject that's overused in religious practices and in religious organizations. It seems to be the default thing. If you can't think of anything else to talk about forgiveness. That's not true. Another one is appreciation. Gratitude is kind of overused. And peace. I used to think peace is boring. I don't want to talk about peace. Don't teach me peace today. Not interested. I want activity. I want possibility. I want excitement. I want joy. Well, as we mature, we learn that there are deeper and deeper levels at which to experience peace. Deeper and deeper levels at which to experience appreciation. And as time goes on, deeper and deeper opportunities to experience forgiveness. Do you agree? Absolutely. It's never complete. Our growth goes on, and forgiveness is one of the most sacred processes that we have the opportunity to access. Now, if you think about forgiveness in terms of understanding why each person does what they do, have you ever got to the place where, I know that my grandmother was neurotic because her mother died when she was 5 of typhoid fever, and she had a phobia of germs. And then her father married an abusive woman who beat her, and that was the reason she beat her, was because she had some kind of trauma in her childhood. The trauma in her childhood came from some kind of loss in the parents that she experienced, or something happened to her. It becomes an endless process, an endless network of cause and effect, until it turns into looking like a huge life. The planet Earth is like a huge bumper car arena, and there's just all these bumper cars bumping into each other and hurting each other chaotically, helplessly, unable to stop the continual bumping and jarring and reaction, and I bumped into that, so now that pushes me to bump into this, and that hurts me, and I hurt them, and it just goes on endlessly, this bumper car of life. Can you see that? You cannot control you cannot create a pattern of understanding to understand the order of the injury that humanity does to each other. It's impossible. It goes on ad infinitum. At some point, you just have to say, I forgive it all. No one escapes unbumped. We're all in this. We all do this. We all give and receive injuries to one another, not meaning to, for whatever was done to us, not meaning to. And if you just look at this huge arena of bumper cars and just forgive it all, it somehow shifts into something different. Humans in humanity to humans, we used to say man's inhumanity to man, can transcend to a new level of forgiveness, to a new perspective of energy, where we don't take offense, we don't try to manage accountability. We just understand that's drama on the earth plane. And I don't believe it anymore. I'm not playing that game anymore. I'm not counting the offenses that were done to me. I'm not raking myself over the coals for what I did that I didn't intend to do, or that I did intend to do and didn't know better. I let it all go because it's just life on earth. No one escapes. No one escapes undented without any dents and scratches. But it's okay. It's okay because we are spirit. We don't carry forever the wounds that come to us in this bumper car life. So I invite you in your time apart in meditation to work on that image of the bumper cars. And just say, I forgive it all. I forgive it all. And then we all get foam rubber all over our bumper cars. Everybody's fine. Yeah. So that's one aspect of forgiving, is just not identifying any one specific instance or happenstance. Just forgiving it all. Just accepting that the human condition is fraught with peril. And by being in a state of consciousness of trust, that I access guidance and wisdom and protection and safety. And I am lifted up, I am lifted above the fray. Do you believe that? That's what spirituality can do for you. So now I want to talk about the cleansing part. So, as a single entity of a human being, each one of us is an organizing system, a self-organizing system. And we are, as a self-organizing system, we are self-healing and self-cleansing. Given the right circumstances, we can do this. So, the way that we come around to this self-healing in mind is to understand that phase of consciousness that we call the subconscious realm. And today, we're going to do a little ritual that represents excising any system of unforgiveness that is imprinted in the subconscious phase of mind. And this slab of Play-Doh represents your subconscious mind. How do you like that? I can't lift it. There you go. See? It's soft. And it carries the imprint of our thoughts and our experiences, our memories, okay? And when you come up to do this, you can press it however you want it. You can have it thick or thin or whatever, okay? So the subconscious mind, we have three phases of mind: conscious, subconscious, and superconscious. And it's in that little book I'm going to give out. So the conscious phase of mind is our navigating system. That's our moment-to-moment awareness. That's where information comes in. That's where perception occurs. The subconscious mind is the accumulation of all the impressions through time. It's our conditioning. It's where our habits reside. It's where our attitudes live, where our context is. It's not something we're always conscious of, but it is part of our consciousness. That's why it's called subconscious mind. And then the superconscious mind is our interface with divine mind. It's actually God in us, the superconscious mind. That's what we access when we go into meditation. That's where we have revelation, near-death experience, encounters with divine love and healing. All religions teach this. This is where mystical experience occurs, in the superconscious realm of mind that is in every single one of us. May the church say amen? Yes. I mean, that's the work in unity. is to realize and experience the superconscious phase of our minds. It is glorious, you know. It is God in us. So the power that resides in the subconscious mind is that it holds the thought vibrations that we internalize. And that's a very powerful function of consciousness. It can work for us and it can work against us. Do you get that? You realize that? It can work for or against you. If you are holding in the subconscious realm of mind, if you are holding resentment or feeling victimized or feeling judgment or feeling resentment, then that operates for you ongoingly to manifest experiences in your day-to-day reality that reflect those thoughts. So it behooves us to implant in the subconscious mind thoughts that are unlimited, thoughts of glorious truth, appreciation, praise of our own being and of all that is. So to harness that power of the subconscious mind is a huge part of our spiritual growth. To experience the forgiveness of any condition that we are carrying now is the opportunity to evoke in this experiential, in this tactile, tactile kind of experience. So as I was asking, what kind of ritual can we do to experience removing unforgiveness from the subconscious mind, it came to me the thought of cutting with a cookie cutter through dough and removing that piece of unforgiveness from the energy of our subconscious mind. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go out and get little miniature heart-shaped cookie cutters for everybody to keep for a souvenir, and then get a whole bunch of dough and put it out there. But the cookie cutters are too expensive. So we have 3 up here. And as we get into the feeling and the mood of doing this sacred ritual, this is a sacred experience. I just want to explain it to you. Let me show you the cookie cutters. So the symbolism goes like this. The heart-shaped cookie cutter, there's 3 of them up here, represents love. And by the power of divine love, we remove any area of unforgiveness that is implanted in the subconscious part of our mind. Now, I don't want you to get fixated on the cookie, because when you remove it, as Florence Scovel Shinn likes to say, it's going to the dust heap of its native nothingness. Okay? We're not going to make a cookie out of it or save it somewhere. No. It becomes removed, and then the subconscious mind fills in and becomes a seamless garment of experience for you. And it's gone. Would you like to do that? All right, so as we begin now to go into a meditative state, just breathe into this. And scan the realms, the planes of your inner world. And call forth any distress. Call forth any woundedness. Call forth any chaos that may be embedded down in the subconscious realm of mind. It is like a little grain of sand that irritates and gathers substance, and then it's carried with a sense of separateness, a sense of pain. And it is that we are excising today. We simply remove it. We simply, by the power of love, we love it out of existence. And so breathing and loving, trusting and praising the perfection that is truly ours, the beauty that we truly are, the unlimited power that is our real identity. We now take this opportunity to simply come forward and excise those little cookie cutters on this nice soft dough in this beautiful morning to represent our new freedom and our new wholeness. So just come ahead when you're ready. Our statement for meditation: through the transforming power of divine love, I hold no unforgiveness, only forgiveness. So let's take that thought now and plant it in the subconscious. Let it sink deeply into your understanding, internalizing your power through the transforming power of divine love to hold no unforgiveness, but only forgiveness. As we breathe, as we rest, as we know in the silence. And we give thanks that ever more deeply we do know that we are pure love. The Christ in us is all loving, all knowing, all forgiving. And so it is. Amen.